What is the point of fasting if you're gonna blow all the amazing results that you just got after the fast is up by following a low quality diet? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you the best diet to follow for you after you get done with your fast. Hey Wellness Warrior, I'm Dr. Zyrowski, and one of the top questions I get is what is the best diet to follow after I get done fasting? And this is a great question because you want to make sure that you're maintaining those positive results that you just got in your fast, not only directly after the fast, but for a lifetime. And we should always be trying to build our health in a positive direction to avoid disease and health crises in the future. Now, when you're fasting, there's a few things that happen. For one, you're gonna see your insulin levels go low, and that is a result of your blood sugar dropping for that period of time when you're fasting. Now, whether you're fasting for 24 hours or 3 days, these facts remain true. And so your blood sugar drops, insulin levels drop, you become more insulin sensitive. It's very good across the board for your body. You're gonna find that you start burning fat for energy, which helps you lose weight, which is going to decrease your risk of many diseases like cancer and cardiovascular disease. The other thing that happens when you fast is you're gonna have a decrease in inflammation. This is very important because as inflammation goes down, your joints are going to feel better, pain is going to start leaving the body, and you're going to decrease your risk of inflammatory-based disease like cancer. And hey, who doesn't want that? Now, the other thing that's really important about this is that you're going to see a decrease in cravings, okay? And the thing that I love about the decrease in cravings is that all of us are emotional creatures and we get emotionally attached to a particular junk food. We get addicted to sugar. We get addicted to things that we should not be eating. Well, when you're fasting, one of the amazing things about it is that all those cravings come to an end, and it's a way for you to start fresh in a good, healthy diet. Well, what's that good, healthy diet you should follow? Let's go ahead and talk about that. Now, the first is a vegetarian diet, and one of the things that people tell me all the time is that a good, healthy diet, I heard, is to follow a vegan or a vegetarian diet after I get done fasting. And I couldn't disagree more. I don't think that the vegetarian or the vegan diet is a good human diet. There's a lot of problems with it. For one, many people who follow it lack protein. Many people who are following it have huge holes in their dietary intake of particular nutrients and vitamins. A lot of people are lacking macronutrient imbalances. It just doesn't end well. And here's the thing that's a big struggle for this type of diet as you age. When you're following this diet, a lot of your proteins that you're getting are attached to carbohydrates. And in order to get enough protein, you end up having a huge carb load. And you can't handle these carbs as you age. You become more insulin resistant naturally as you age. This is why kids can go and have all the sugar and all the carbs and somehow they're still okay. If an adult did that, they'd literally be full-blown diabetic. Now, I'm not saying that's good for those kids. It's obviously not, but they're able to manage it better. But as you become an adult and you age, what happens is you become naturally more resistant to insulin. So therefore, aging along with a vegetarian diet can become problematic, okay? So overall, this is not a diet I recommend. I have seen so many issues in the patients that I've worked with one-on-one who come to me following this diet, and then I eventually get them off of it. And I can tell you whether it's hormones or brain fog or any other issue, there's a lot of problems I've seen with this, and I don't recommend it, okay? Now, the next diet on our list is the carnivore diet. This is a diet that can be used as a tool, and this is a tool to improve your health. So if you're somebody who is in a severe autoimmune crisis, this is a really good diet for you. If you have a lot of gut issues, this can be a good diet for you. And the reason for this is because it acts as a very strict elimination diet. And this is basically cutting out everything that you could potentially be reacting negatively to and only eating meat. And so that's why people who have severe autoimmune cases can actually follow a carnivore diet and live a pretty good life without problems. And so if you want to use it as a tool to improve your health, I think it's great. I wouldn't follow it for more than 30 days unless you're a severe autoimmune case, which you may actually even want to be on it permanently. So the carnivore diet can be used as a tool to improve your health, and I'm a big fan of it for that. Now, the next is a paleo diet. I'm a fan of the paleo diet as well. Where you're going to want to stay away from the paleo diet is if you're somebody who has diabetes, insulin resistant issues, but overall it's a good whole food diet that really just focuses on eating food from nature. So I'm a fan of it as well. I do not follow it, but I don't think there's a problem with this diet. Next on our list is the ketogenic diet. When should you follow that? Well, the ketogenic diet is also a great diet to go into post-fast. It's going to allow you to continue losing weight. It's going to help you keep your blood sugar down. It is going to be a diet that is basically acting as a therapeutic diet to further improve your health. Now, same thing with the ketogenic diet. Unless you have to, I wouldn't follow it long term. You could follow it 30, 60, 90 days, whatever's necessary to achieve the results you're trying to achieve in weight loss or managing your blood sugar. But once those results are achieved, you can actually move on from it. And the question becomes too is, well, if you move on from the keto and the carnivore, where do you go next, right? Let's say we're using either one of these diets as a therapeutic diet to help improve our health. Where do we go after that? Well, we can either go to a low carb or a Mediterranean diet. Now, if you're someone who's a completely healthy individual, you're not suffering from any health issues, no blood sugar issues, you're not trying to lose weight, you're not dealing with autoimmune problems, you can actually go right into like a low carb diet or a Mediterranean. Now, one of the things that often can be confusing for people is, well, what's the difference between low carb here and keto? Well, there is a big difference, because when you're following the ketogenic diet, you are in the state of ketosis, okay? That means your body is burning fat for energy. When you're following the low carb diet, you're allowing more carbs into your diet. It's still a good, healthy, whole food diet that very much mimics the ketogenic diet, but the big difference is that instead of going to like 50 grams or even 25 grams of carbohydrates or less like you would in keto, you're going to allow yourself to maybe have like 100 grams of carbohydrates or less. And you're not going to be in the state of ketosis the whole time while following a low carb diet. Now, many people who are following good, healthy, low carb are going to be metabolically flexible, meaning that they'll go from the state of ketosis to being out of it, and that's okay, and they'll bounce back and forth. That's really good, and that's really healthy. So the low carb diet is a good place to go. This is typically where I find myself eating almost all the time, okay? Every once in a while, I'll do carnivore and keto, and I always transition into low carb, but for a good, healthy individual, transitioning directly into low carb is completely fine. And by the way, I will share a link in the description below to a cookbook that my wife and I wrote on the low carb diet. It becomes always a lot of questions around that. Well, we make it very simple for you, tell you what foods to eat, give you a shopping list, give you recipes, everything you need. So low carb is a good place to go. Also, Mediterranean is a good place. Now, if you look at the Mediterranean diet, it's been studied for years. It has been proven to decrease your risk of cancer and heart disease and all kinds of different illnesses. So I'm a big fan of the good, healthy Mediterranean diet as well. Now, these are the places I would go after fasting. Like I said, don't blow your results. I mean, fasting is incredible. It does all these things for you and a whole lot more. Well, keep those results going and keep it going for a lifetime, and jump in the diets that are always going to continually improve your health. And then as you're following these diets, and if you're eating a good healthy diet like these, it makes it so much easier to continually throw in fast. 24-hour fast once a week, a 48-hour fast every other week, a 3-day fast every month. You know, it becomes so easy to basically live this lifestyle and have just perpetual health when you're doing the right things and eating the right foods. I'm Dr. Nick Zyrowski. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up, comment in the comment section below, let me know what diet you follow, and then also check out this video over here next.